Last time we talked about Venom 3 was ironically 3 months ago, and we talked about how maybe Spider-Man could be in it since this is Venom's final solo movie. Obviously that's just speculation though on the community's part as far as Spider-Man being in the movie, but Venom 3 is confirmed, I believe, to be the last solo Venom film, so there's that. But we actually got a title recently, also a new release date, which I believe they pushed forward instead of pushing it back, which is definitely interesting. They may be rushing the film, but who knows, these films kind of already are usually rushed anyway. On top of that, we'll be discussing whether or not Venom may appear in Secret Wars and the complications that may come with. That is, if they do decide to include Venom in Secret Wars. So yeah, let's get into it. Make sure to stay till the end so you don't miss any of the above. First, let's go over the new title. The new title is Venom 3: The Last Dance. Wait, no, that can't be right. This is the title? I mean, yeah, it's Sony. What do you expect? Wow, so creative. Bro, what the fuck is this title? I don't know. Am I hating? Let me know in the comments. I just feel like, why? Like, I don't know. If anything, they should have just left it as Venom 3. I even feel like Venom 2 shouldn't have had a subtitle or whatever it's called with the Let There Be Carnage, but I mean, that's just me. I don't know. This title is just stupid. Moving on though, we have the new release date. So previously it was coming out November of this year, but now they moved it to October 25th, which is interesting. I did say earlier in the beginning of the video, maybe they're rushing the film, but these films are already rushed in general, and on top of that, it's only like 2 weeks they pushed it up, so I guess that's not like that crazy. Like, they must be close to done probably or something. So yeah, that's that. Moving on, we have a rumor coming from Daniel RPK. So with that being said, anything not confirmed by Sony or Marvel or an executive at Sony or Marvel ought to be taken with a grain of salt. Now, Daniel RPK has said that Kevin Feige is apparently open to the idea of having Tom Hardy's Venom in Avengers Secret Wars. Some people are saying this makes sense, when to me personally, this would not make any sense. I've talked about this before, but not with Venom, but with Tobey, so I'll kind of reiterate what I previously said before. It's similar, but different. So we talked about all 3 Spider-Man being in Secret Wars, right? And presumably Tom Holland will get the symbiote in Secret Wars eventually, right? Or he'll have it by Secret Wars. We've also had rumors of apparently Tobey being a lead role in Secret Wars. The issue here would be essentially, we know Tobey Maguire has had the symbiote before. He's fought Venom in Spider-Man 3, remember that? But okay, right, so let's say Tom Holland gets the symbiote and Tobey and Tom meet up somewhere in the film. Is Tobey gonna just ignore the fact that Holland has a new suit and it's alive and it's black, gooey, etc.? Or is he gonna acknowledge, hey, I think you have a symbiote. I fought that thing in my universe. That shit is bad news. You should get it off. You know, and I think the best way to go about this would be essentially, like, before this encounter happens, have some situations where maybe without symbiote Spider-Man wouldn't have been able to save certain people or take certain villains down, whatever the case may be. So Holland is at least like, okay, damn, this makes me a better Spider-Man, makes Spider-Maning a little easier. And when they have the encounter, have Tobey warn him, you know, be like, hey, you know that black alien goo I told you I fought? You're wearing it. Not the same one, but I guess this is your version of it. I would take it off now. It's bad news, whatever, right? Then Tom reply along the lines, it makes me better Spider-Man, blah, 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 more powerful. Whether or not Tobey and Tom fight, I don't know, but kind of a similar thing with Venom. So like, if Venom and Spider-Man meet in Secret Wars, what would happen? Especially if Holland has a symbiote. I mean, like, Venom would be stronger, I would assume, because he's had it longer, but I guess Peter would kind of be in his prime as Spider-Man, and the symbiote will only make him stronger as well. The problem is, like, how would the story go? What's the reason for Venom to be in Secret Wars? Because, like, obviously, you know, we know he was transported to the MCU to leave a piece of the symbiote for Spider-Man to eventually get and wear. Or actually, speaking of, I don't know, I think maybe the only thing that might make sense, but it'd still be like, okay, but like you're fine without it or whatever, is if maybe he would want to fight Spider-Man for that symbiote back. But I don't know, I feel like this kind of wouldn't really make sense, because again, he seems fine like after it happening or whatever. But I see a lot of people just in general being like, oh yeah, this makes sense to have Venom in Secret Wars, but like, how? I don't know. Like, what's your thought process or prediction on this? Now, finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about, because it's funny and proves further that Sony just doesn't know what they're doing. Now, we all know Michael Keaton, he's Vulture in the MCU, or I should say was in the MCU, but now currently his new home is actually the Sony Spider-Man Venom universe. Of course, this is from via Morbius's post-credit scene, and funny enough, 2 weeks ago, about YouTuber Josh Horowitz has actually interviewed Michael Keaton recently, and he was asked about about this post-credit scene, and here is Michael Keaton's response.
Now, here's a question. You did pop up in this like post-credit thing in Morbius. It was a little confusing. Did you know what what was even happening, what it was leading to?
No idea. None. Zero. And even they couldn't quite explain it.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have something to do with Spider-Man. Who knows? I'm just here for the check, gang. Meanwhile, the fans just pretend the post-credit scene never happened. But what do you think of the new Venom 3 title, whether or not you want Venom in Secret Wars? And finally, thoughts on Michael Keaton addressing the Morbius post-credit scene. With that being said, I want to hear your opinions, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I try my best usually to cover confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media and whatever else I'm interested in. So if that's what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to 6K. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and to check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you all had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.